Hi there and welcome back. So after using this homemade slider for around 7 years now, I decided it was time for an upgrade, and this is what I got to myself. It was about time that I upgraded from this to a motorized slider, as it comes in very handy. You can do walkthroughs, interviews, B-roll with it, and you can get really nice smooth shots with it. I've never used a motorized slider before, so I'll be interested to see if this particular model is easy to use and has a user-friendly interface. So let's see what's in the case. So we have a ball head, cables, well, I think that's the cable for the controller. Go. Then some more cables. That's the battery for the controller and the battery charger, and the cable for the charger. And then here there's a bunch of cables to attach the camera to the slider, most probably for the time lapses. So now the slider itself. The reason why I chose this specific model was, one, for the length. You can obviously get this model in different lengths, but I went for the 1.20 m. I wanted this to get more travel on the slider, as I sometimes do some time lapses, and then you can get more seconds when you do a time lapse. And I'm gonna be using this in a more or less controlled studio environment, so it doesn't have to be portable. So I quite prefer to have more travel distance than just the portability. Second, it comes with a case. Something really cool that I've seen that some others don't do is that it fits with the motor in the case as well, so that's a big plus for me. Another cool thing is the rods. They're made out of carbon, so lightweight, and obviously it looks quite cool. The other thing was this plate is quite big, and it can basically hold many cameras. My A7, A3 will definitely have no problem sitting here with a ball head or a fluid head. And yeah, that's one of the points. Then another big point was the batteries. It uses the MPF batteries, which I have a ton of them. I use them for my monitor, for my lights. So yeah, I had plenty of them, so it's quite cool to have that. Another thing that I looked at was also the noise that it makes. It didn't have to be completely silent, but I didn't want it to make much noise in case I wanted to do an interview or so. So I haven't tested it yet, but from what I've read, it's quite silent. So that was one of the reasons I got this. And the other reason was it has a separate controller. Some sliders don't come with a controller and you have to connect it with your phone, and I wanted to have my phone free for other applications. For example, I'm using it now to trigger the camera because the camera is quite far away, and I just can start recording and stop it from my phone. And now for the biggest reason why I chose this one over the others was the panning and tracking function that this has. Basically, you can pan and track just by moving this middle rod here. Depending on which way you do it, I don't know yet which way does what, but depending on how you place it or how you configure it, it will pan a shot like this. You can do like a panorama slide, or you can track an object. So for example, if you had this in the middle, it would just the camera would move like this and just track that object. So I thought that was a really cool feature from this slider, as I want to be doing some more reviews in the future, and yeah, that was one of the reasons why. 2 extra plus points that I want to mention. I didn't know when I bought this, and I just found out as I opened it in the case, was that it was already assembled. The motor is on, the belt is on. Many other sliders don't do this, don't come assembled. And another cool thing, which I think others can't do, is that you can move the slider when the motor is on. So that's a good plus, especially if you want to pack it back into the case. Then you can just put it back in the middle, and there's a little screw here to lock it for travel, and yeah, that's quite a cool feature. Now for one negative, the only thing I've seen so far is that the glue here, there's some glue connecting this rod here with the sliding rods, and the glue has come out a little bit, and yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that, but I don't think it'll do any harm to the functionality of the slider, so I'm not that fussed, but I wanted to mention it. Would I recommend this slider? Yes, definitely. At this price point, I don't think there is anything better in the market with the features and the length of it. So I would definitely recommend this for any beginner or semi-professional that wants to up their game. So if you're looking to add some diversity to your shots, or you're a content creator like I am and want the slider to film yourself for various reasons, then go for it. This is a really good option. Who's this slider for? Well, a beginner or a semi-professional that wants to up their videography or photography game. A clear winner. If this review helped you in any way, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm gonna post some shots now of the slider in action. Hope you like it. Take care, bye.